OpenJaw is on location at the Sheraton near the Pearson Airport, and we have CUPE along with a whole lot of flight attendants who are already giving us their Unfair Canada signage. So listen, Natasha, what I'd really like to understand from you is the position that the flight attendants at CUPE are taking vis-a-vis Air Canada, which seems to be digging its heels in terms of the negotiation. Are you willing to actually walk off the job?
If necessary, yes. But we want to negotiate with the employer. We still have time before the 16th, and we want to come to a fair agreement.
So what do you consider a fair agreement?
Just that our flight attendants be paid a livable wage and that all the time they spend at work is compensated.
Now, the lack of compensation for the time on the ground has been in place for decades. I don't really know the history of it, but I know it's something that, of course, has been argued by a lot of unions. Occasionally, an airline has managed to work its way through that, caveat Delta being one. Are you using that as a precedent? Because United is also in negotiations and, of course, is a co-chair with Air Canada. So how are you using those previous agreements?
So things have changed in, like you said, decades. You know, years ago, and I keep on reminding people, we couldn't get married and be flight attendants. We couldn't get pregnant and be flight attendants. We need to change the industry. It needs to keep up with time, and we need to pay flight attendants when they're at work, period.
Now, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here for a moment. As you know, the tariffs have really caused a lot of problems for the entire travel industry, travel advisors who are our audience included. Certainly for Air Canada, we've seen a loss in Q2. Transborder traffic, which was traditionally quite profitable, has been lost. So is that being taken into consideration?
Absolutely. In the last 2 years, Air Canada has profited $3.5 billion. This was done on our backs. So we're just asking for fair and equitable contract. That's all we're asking for. May I remind you that everybody has to do their groceries too with the same amount of money. These tariffs affect everybody.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, Natasha.
Thank you very much.